Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be showing you once again how to go from 0 to 200k in EAFC. So if you want to build up your coins and get a team like mine, or even better, you're in the right place, and all you've got to do to say thank you is drop a like down below. And if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. And of course, as usual, if you need some coins or your weekend league games played, well, if you've got a team like this, you're probably fed up of teams like this or this. And whether you want your favorite cards as a Redfoot Champs card, or maybe you just want some coins to get who you want, so you can finally beat the sweats like me, then head over to skycoach.gg. Make sure to pick the amount of coins or rank that you want. Use Pro Recall 10 for 10% off at checkout and enjoy. First of all, as usual, we're going to head over to the SBC section. There is always going to be some SBCs that are going to make you some profit. Now, if we scroll along here, you can see we got the 81 pluses, which have obviously disappointed a lot of people. Don't worry, I'll have a video out on those very soon to see how damn good they might be. And of course, something else that's going to be really important in the SBCs is this one here. If you haven't done it already, it's a very easy way to make yourself around 40 to 50k. If you have a look right now, informs on the market are an absolutely ridiculous value. Now, if you have the players to do that SBC in your club, you're laughing. It is 50k profit. Obviously, if you've got to go out and buy them, the SBC I think only costs about 20k, so it's still 30k profit. If we have a look here, definitely not free. Let's have a look. I think probably 40k is probably reasonable. So yeah, 40 there. Oh, there's a couple more at 40 than I was expecting. Maybe they've gone down a little bit. 39, yeah, so they're pretty much bang on 40. If you get any reasonable inform, anything of value, like 87, 88, 89, or any player that's actually good, you know, you've got the Virgils, the Rodrigos, the Mbappes, those kind of things, you will get a lot more. It's just the minimum is going to be 40k, so it's always worth going ahead and getting those done. It's a really easy SBC to just build up some coins, especially if you're on a 0 to 200k video. I mean, that is 40k, you know, near enough 50k, which is basically a quarter of your whole 0 to 200k completely done. Now, another SBC that I tend to do is the Born Legend and Rising Star. Now, obviously, as you can see, I am going ahead and completing Rooney anyway, and I'll be honest, guys, I used his loan for a few games. If you've got the opportunity to do him, I would absolutely get him done. That card is crazy. But what you do want to remember is every single icon, despite you not needing to do them, has a Born Legend and Rising Star. Now, all of these SBCs are profit SBCs because, of course, all of us either have the daily bronze available to us or the daily silver. And we also, all of us, I mean, I personally have pages and pages and pages of untradeable bronzes and silvers. Now, a lot of those in most scenarios can't even get any value back. Yes, I can do the daily bronze. Yes, I can do the daily silver, but realistically, there's only so many of those. And after that, I just still, I mean, look, we have pages on pages on pages on pages. And if we just flick it to untradeable only, still again, I mean, that's position locked as well. But if we go down, pages and pages and pages and pages of silvers, and I don't need any of them. And you know, a lot of us will never use the silver players. You might even put some of them in an Evo, but that's going to be, you know, 1 in like 100. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, that guy looks exactly like Toby from the Sidemen. Like that is Toby from the Sidemen. I am convinced that is Toby from the Sidemen. But moving on, as I was saying, a couple of these players you might want to Evo. There was like a rare few that you'd be like, okay, yeah, we'll Evo that one, blah, blah, blah. But you've probably already done them. And realistically, these silver rares and bronze rares, popping them in this SBC is going to get you a tradable value back. So it's common cards and silver rare cards available from this. You can make about 4k a piece. So obviously bearing in mind that there is a lot of icons out right now. If we have a look, there's 4, 8, 12. Okay, there's only 11, I think, right now, which means obviously at, you know, 3k a piece, 33, 34k. If you get a little bit of a better card, you might be looking at 40, 50, but realistically on the lower end, that's 30k. Add that to what we got for the inform, that's 40. We're already very, very close to making 100k, and we've not even gone on the market yet. Now, of course, always I recommend doing the marquee matchups. It's a very good SBC to make a lot of profit. It makes sense every time, but that's not going to be what we're going to do right now. And of course, I'll advise on that in another video, and we'll be popping one of those open in future videos. But what we can do, there's a few things. First of all, special item. Now, obviously, special item is a little bit of a weird one because they kind of messed. Is that, wait, how much is Bizik going for? Was that? I thought that was like 100k. But yeah, sorry. Back to the actual trading. Of course, a special item. They've basically messed up the specials with the names, so you can't actually see what type of team of the season you're sniping. But what we can do is find the minimum for a team of the season very easily. So that's one section. I think that was the upgradable tots. If we go down here, I think this is general team of the season. So as you can see here, kind of sitting at that 55k mark, similar to the informs. These guys are pretty much price locked. Why? Because every single SBC either needs you to have one of these bad boys or to have an inform. Now, what that does mean is it's very easy, one, to snipe past the minimum players. You know, if it's not a minimum player, very easy to group those together and get a snipe on them. But also, what it does mean is if the minimum is, what is it, 55? I think it's 55 there, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, they've got 43 minutes left. So realistically, we can probably 56 point. Yeah, I mean, realistically, I would say with the amount that there are, I reckon you could probably sell them at 57. EA tax on that is going to be about 3k. So if we go down to here, maybe you're making 2k. Oh, that's probably not enough at this point. Yeah, we want to make it as much as EA makes. So EA are making 3k off of this trade. So are we. Obviously, it's 51,000 coins. Obviously, 0 to 200k. We've made 70k in the build-up, going on the transfer market. Going on the SBC section, finding players. We've made a decent bit there, and then we can go ahead and come here and do a little bit of sniping and use those coins to build more. Now, you saw that one straight away. We've already missed one snipe. Now, I will say on this, it's probably easier than anything else to just do compare price. Compare price is probably the best method for this. Now, obviously, it's not easy to snipe these because, of course, they are being sniped by a lot of people, but it's a card that you know has value. Similarly, you can go ahead and go on informs at around 40k and you've got the same story. Now, we're not just going to sit on those because that would be boring. What we can do is we can pop this to Barcelona, and I do believe that the minimum for Barcelona is you've got 78 here for Gundogan, you've got Araujo here at 150, we have Lewa. He's not going for 190. Yeah, Lewa's about 100k. I was going to say Lewa is no way 190. I remember when his price broke, when his you obviously had that situation where he was price locked at like I think 500k maybe or 300k. No one was buying him obviously because he just wasn't worth that much, and then they adjusted his price ranges and he just soared down. But this is a perfect price, guys. 80k we can sell Gundogan on for. EA tax on 80k is going to be 5% of that, which is of course 4,000 coins. So very easily we can just snipe this, pretty much aiming for like a 70. That means we're going to make about 6k profit, 4k lost in EA tax, and that's not a bad sort of deal at all. Obviously, we've got Araujo available here, we've got Lewa available here, we've got Gundogan available here, and that's how damn easy it is to just find a filter. Now that the team is season cards, you kind of have a separation of about 20k between usable cards and unusable cards, and anything that's unusable is just going to be min price. Anything that's usable in any way, shape or form is going to be minimum 1890. So you have a very easy route to kind of wade through the crap ones quite easily, and it does make things a lot easier. I'm going to use that word again. But as I say, very easy route to going ahead and building filters. Of course, if we head over to teams like Real Madrid, it's a little bit harder because their minimums are going to be higher. But what we can do, of course, is head over to, you've got the team of the season moment as well. So if we have a look on the Barcelona side, you've only really got Felix, who's a little bit more expensive, and then it goes down to Cancelo. So we can actually have a look at those two together. But it does seem like, bloody hell, there isn't many on the market right now. Of course, we could then go to Real Madrid. They have quite a few nice ones in this section. We've got Camavinga there, Rodrigo a little bit more expensive at that kind of 300k mark, but very easy to snipe a Camavinga there, and of course you have it on the filter. If a Rodrigo comes up, you've got an insane profit snipe. If it doesn't, you've just got a nice little bit where you can snipe your Camavinga. So if we have a look here, I mean, he's pretty much, is he bang on 100k? Because that's ideal, because you can just snipe him at 90 and that's like easy numbers. Yeah, he's pretty much 100k, so you can literally just sit here, snipe at 90. If we go 91.5, anything that comes up you could buy. If Rodrigo comes up, you are absolutely in the money, absolutely laughing, which would obviously be a little good day for anyone who manages to get that kind of snipe. But you can just sit here and go for Camavinga. Similarly, if we have a look at, I think, team of the season, I feel like an easy one actually should be Prem and City. I feel like they had a few stinkers. I'm not too sure. Okay, so we've got Foden at 200. We've got Rodri at 300. We got Haaland. Yeah, we're not going to discuss Haaland. Yeah, so realistically, actually, that's not bad. That a lot of words there I got wrong. You got Foden here at 220. So EA tax, so 10% obviously would be about 23k. EA tax obviously half that, so it's about 11. So we can actually snipe at 200, which is kind of the peak of your 0 to 200k there. You could snipe Foden, you'll be making near enough 10k a card, and realistically, with the price he is now, I don't actually think it's that unreasonable that quite a few of these would pop up. So many people who bought him will probably be fuming about his current price and sell quickly. You know, no one really cares about losing a few thousand coins if it's going to get them coins quicker. So that's where you're going to be able to poach some good snipes here. I mean, me personally, I'm always like that when I try and sell. For example, I'll use the man in my team right now who I'm a little bit upset about, Kyle Walker. I bought him when he dropped to about 800k after the England game. Once he got this new upgrade, he dropped to 800k. I thought, brilliant, right? I think I bought him at, was it 820? 830, right? Bought him at 830. Okay, yeah, he's not going to go lower than that. He's got an extra play style. He surely doesn't drop. He's then dropped to like 7. I think he went to 700. He's kind of bounced back a little bit. Don't know what his head's doing there. But you know, if I go to sell him now and I've already lost like a decent amount of coins on him, so I'll probably just sell him at more of a loss just to get the coins to come quicker. And that's what a lot of people do, so you can just get those snipes and make that profit there. And what you can also do, guys, is subscribe to the channel and see me tomorrow.